Welcome back to the Full Time Ultras, and we're here because we are bound for the semi-finals of the Euros. Two exceptional games that we have to look forward to. Of course, we've joined by Aditya, who did not have a very good quarterfinal experience. We'll get more into those games, but yeah, before we do start the video, the usual drill: like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and obviously hit the notification bell so that you know when our videos drop. Especially we are now doing match reactions after every game as well, so you want to stay tuned, and you want to watch those videos because that is our absolute raw emotion to how to as and when the game ends. So yeah, you do not want to miss that. So yeah, hit the bell icon so that you know when the videos drop. But two big games, Aditya, to look forward to, of course. Two games that could also be potential finals,
Yeah.
especially the first semi-final between France and Spain. Let's get into the first game. Let's not waste time and get into it straight away. Two contrasting teams, absolutely, in the tournament in how these two have fared, but that is the mystery of the Euros as to how these two teams,
Yeah.
considering how they've played, have made the semi-finals. You had one team that has absolutely dominated right from the start, 100% record, most goals scored, least goals conceded, and then you have a team like France that have just scored no goals from open play,
Yeah.
just scored 3 goals in the 5 games they've played.
Yeah.
It's such a mismatch in terms, yet these two teams are the most successful sides in the Euros with 3 championships each. What do you make of this tie, first of all?
It'll be an interesting one because I think Spain are, by all metrics and whatever we've seen so far, you'd expect Spain to blow this France team out of the water.
Yes.
But I don't know, this France team seems to be quite functional and they seem to be able to do what needs to be done. And that has been the case under Deschamps, even more so this tournament, but even previous tournaments where they haven't necessarily played the best football all the time, but they've got the job done. That said, I honestly feel like Spain probably wrecked them because the way Spain played, especially even against Germany. So Germany did find a lot of solutions for how Spain attacked. Neutralized Rodri to a great extent.
Especially towards the end of the game.
Yeah, no, but even throughout the game, Spain hardly built up through that central space, I feel. And but the way they used their wingers and the overloads that they had and stretched the game, that was a big positive for them because they're no longer that one-dimensional pass try to play through kind of team. They can adapt, they can overcome these different issues, and Pedri going off injured may have seemed like a blow, but
Olmo coming in seems like a blessing for them.
My God, what he really turned that game, and
he has more of a goal threat,
of course,
in him.
Yeah, definitely. And without Olmo coming on, I don't know Spain win that game. To be very honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I do expect Spain to have the right answers once again. Do you see France having any chance here?
Yeah, I just want to counter you, because we've kept saying that France always play this way and under Deschamps, but their performance in the group stages of the last Euros and also the World Cup, they were attackingly really good.
Yeah.
They were getting numbers, like Mbappe was scoring goals, Griezmann was scoring goals. I just remember we sat here on this same seat and we said that Griezmann has been such an underrated player under Deschamps. So this tournament, I don't know what has happened, but they do not look like they are equipped enough to score goals. That has been their biggest issue.
Yeah.
Now they've gone through 2 games. They've survived the group stage, right?
Yeah.
They've gone through the round of 16 and the quarters by just getting that odd own goal and then winning on penalties.
Yeah.
In that game, Portugal were hands down, they were the better side.
Yeah.
They had the better chances, easier chances to score. They should have scored those 2 chances and put France to the sword. That is why I'm not convinced with this French squad. I feel their main outlet in Mbappe already struggles in the Euros historically. And with that mask,
Yeah.
there is an added, hindrance to an already underperforming campaign that he's had.
Yeah.
But like also with France, you do not expect, you cannot expect what you're going to get from them,
Yeah.
right?
That's true. That's
you
true.
can practically get anything because that is the quality they have in their team. One big advantage for them in this game will surely be that Spain have two key defenders who are not going to play in this one, and one is Carvajal and one is Lenormand,
Yeah.
right? They're both suspended for this
Yes.
game. Plus Pedri is not there, but okay,
Yeah.
Olmo coming in is a big advantage. So yeah, Jesus Navas is going to play in that right back slot, and Mbappe could be thinking that attackingly this is going to be better because Carvajal is a much better defender than
Yeah.
Jesus Navas. But likewise, also Mbappe will need to do a little bit of a defensive work
Yeah.
because Navas is going to be way more attacking on the counter. So that is where I think France can go a little bit more in confidence. Like, yeah, they have a lot of suspensions to their team. But based on what I've seen from this France team, I cannot see them like springing into life. I think they'll still go into this with that same approach where first we have to not lose,
Yeah.
right? And
Yes.
then we'll see what happens. A little bit of a Englandish mentality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really going to be difficult. But I feel one thing that Spain need to do is, if they want to win that, is they need to keep the likes of Yamal and Nico Williams longer,
Yeah.
because Spain were brilliant in that first 45 to 50 minutes
Yeah.
until they scored the goal. They see that, maybe we have got too much on Germany, and maybe they got a little bit too confident in their ability, and they remove their two outlets in Nico Williams and Yamal, and then the game absolutely turns, right? So for me, Spain need to do that. But in terms of both the attacking sets of play, I think Spain are in a much better position.
Yeah.
They are more confident. But France being France, they've been in that situation and they've done it. The defense, I feel, is very strong of France. They know how to kind of enable team. They kind of know how to keep teams at bay
Yeah.
in terms of their defense. So I think that will be France's strength. But any standout players who you think can make a difference for France and Spain?
I honestly think that will be Dani Olmo again, because he's quite a different style of midfielder to Pedri, and he's played out wide as well. He can play much like as a 10, and I think him being there, him having that added threat, can cause France a lot of trouble, as he did with Germany, because he likes to roam, he likes to float a bit. So Fabian Ruiz is also good, but he's not the most advanced type of player. He can maybe sit back a bit, or he can stretch the play, but then to exploit those spaces, you need someone like Olmo, because he's lethal in and around the box. He can dribble, he can shoot, and that finish, that first goal, absolutely beautiful. So I think Dani Olmo will probably be the difference in this game as well.
And for Spain, for France, who do
France,
you think?
I mean, you can't not go with Mbappe, can you? If anyone makes the difference for them, it'll probably be him. But maybe more than that, it is, like you said, their defense, because even they've only conceded one goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And so that's like the joint best record of the teams remaining. And that's quite impressive. So I think this might be a cagey game. Spain, I think, will try to attack, because from what we saw of all the quarterfinals, that was the one game, Spain-Germany, where both teams were not, happy sitting back.
Yeah.
The other two, the games that went to extra time, it was about not making mistakes. So, in the end, it could be the defenses that really are the winners in this game.
So before I get your prediction for this one, I'm going to read you a stat. So this is the 6th meeting between Spain and France at a major tournament.
Yeah.
So France ended up winning the first 3 out of the 4 games. It was a 2-0 win in the 1984 final.
Yeah.
They won 2-1 in the Euro 2000 quarterfinal.
Yeah.
And they won 3-1 in the 2006 World Cup round of 16.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Spain's only win came in the recent 2012 quarterfinal
Yeah.
where they won 2-0.
Yeah.
They went on to win the tournament
Yeah.
over there as well. And the only draw came in the 1996 group stage where it was a 1-1 draw between the two teams.
Hmm.
So pretty even in terms of their record as well. So with that, what do you think is going to happen in this game? What's your prediction for this game?
I'm gonna go narrow Spain win. Let's say 1-0. 1-0 Spain.
1-0 Spain in normal time.
Yeah, probably normal time. What about
Okay.
you?
I'm actually like so I don't know what I said in the video last time, but I was going through my notes when I was writing the article, and I exactly predicted it right. The quarterfinal.
Hmm.
So I said that 1-1 in normal time, Spain and Germany,
Yeah.
and Spain to win it in extra time. That's what I wrote in my article.
Yeah,
for
I
this
think
game.
you said normal time prediction. Your prediction was 2-1 normal time in the video.
In the video, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I think maybe I changed it over there and that
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah.
So maybe I deserve a raise. But I'm going to stick to that same prediction in this game. So I feel it's going to be a draw in the 90 minutes. But I feel Spain, with their attack, they can get a goal in extra time.
Yeah.
We saw that last time as well. They do have the ability to score goals. And France have the ability to have that little bit of a lapse in concentration where they give chances, where I feel Portugal should have won.
Yeah.
Remember the Nuno Mendes chance
Yeah.
in the end?
Yeah. Yep.
Clearly that should have been into the net and Portugal should have been through.
Yeah.
So I feel France have that, and Spain, I keep saying that Spain need to have Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal as long as possible on that pitch. But yeah, I will agree, and I feel that Spain as of now are better positioned.
Yeah.
But also you cannot discount
Yeah.
France, because the anti-football of France also can get, because they have quality in the attack,
Yeah, of course.
so they can totally get. But let us know what your predictions are for this game. Get the interaction going in the comments. With that, we'll move on to the second game, the second semi-final. It's between England and Netherlands. Two really thrilling quarterfinals, like England against Switzerland and Netherlands against Turkey.
I wouldn't call that thrilling, to be honest. The England
The
Switzerland
penalty shootout was quite thrilling.
Yeah,
That was
and
because that was quite thrilling
that
towards
they
the
usually
end.
are. Yeah.
But the Netherlands and the Turkey was exceptionally
Yeah, that's
thrilling
true.
towards the end, especially. And we're gonna let's get into that game a little bit. Let's talk about England first.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of an improvement, just on the
Yes.
bright side,
Yeah.
but not by much. Obviously, failing again to hit the target. Kane having his own issues, finding himself in midfield. Like we've obviously had our reaction videos. We've vented our frustration on Gareth Southgate and England, but yet they are in the semi-finals again. After that was your raw thoughts about that game.
Yeah.
Now, since you've had a lot of time to reflect, what has changed from then to now?
Not much, honestly. It's like England just keep getting away with it somehow or the other.
Luckiest manager in the world.
Honestly speaking, and Southgate did say that was England's best performance in the Euros so far. What's the comparison? Like
That's the thing.
What's he
Because
comparing to?
that's because the benchmark is so low.
Exactly.
It's horribly low.
Hey.
And then Phil Foden also comes out saying that the manager is asking us to press high.
Oh yeah, that was
but we are
before
not
the game.
pressing high.
Yeah.
But then that means you're just saying that Gareth Southgate is shit. You
Yeah.
publicly ousted him in a press conference saying that he is shit. He's telling us to do something,
And we're not doing
and
it.
you're not doing it, right? So it's a strange thing with England. Like we keep saying it with France as well. England for me have been better than France though. England have been surely better than France, right? The ability to score goals, whatever. I think they've been better as a team, also in terms of stats.
I think between boxes, France are a bit better. In the two boxes,
Yeah.
especially at least the attacking third.
But England have the better ability to score.
Score, yeah, that is true. That England has scored more, obviously. France have been appalling.
Yeah.
But England, while they do score, they also concede goals now. And like, because at the start of the tournament, it was like, well, they're not scoring much, but at least they're not conceding.
Yeah.
But they are conceding, and more than that, it's time and again. Every time we see this, they give the initiative to the other team. They don't exactly take. This game was a lot better in
Much
that
better,
sense.
yes. They started off very well.
Yeah, but apart from this game and that 10 minutes in the first game, England they're like, here, have the ball, do what you want.
They lose ideas.
Exactly, they don't have they are not quite convincing in how they win. But again, as it is in knockout football, you don't have to be convincing. You just have to get the job done. But yeah, one thing I would say though about Southgate is that he's really, really got England's penalty record.
Yeah.
And like the systems he's installed in place. Apparently, they had a buddy system here where each taker was assigned a non-taker to either celebrate with or console if they missed, which they didn't.
Okay.
And they had those combinations.
How
and
does
like,
that work though?
It's just like a
So if you're my buddy in a penalty shootout,
Yes.
if I miss,
Then,
then I come to you for
yeah, basically, yeah. I
Okay.
come to you. If you miss, then I come to you and I
console me.
arm around your shoulder and stuff like that.
Ah.
And if you score your penalty, I'm the first one who comes and celebrates with you. So it's like a kind of a moral support kind of thing, which seems to have helped. And the other thing is Jordan Pickford has saved a lot of. He saved I think 4 penalties,
Yep.
and that's twice as many as any England keeper in a major tournament combined
Yeah.
since 1966. So
I as an England fan, when that penalty shootout was going on,
Yeah.
I went in very confident.
yeah, honestly,
For the first time in a very long time, I went in very confident because I knew who the penalty takers were going to be.
yeah,
I knew that England are going to convert all of their 5 penalties. And they will convert all of their 5 penalties. Even if this game goes to penalties, which there is a high probability that this could end into penalties,
yeah,
I'm very convinced that England are one of the strongest teams right now in Europe at penalties. I
That's
would
true.
fancy, unless it's Germany. But even Germany
Even
right
Germany,
now,
no.
the takers that these guys have are just on another level. All professional penalty takers. And
yeah,
we saw Kane and Foden going out,
yeah,
who are also very good at penalties.
yes,
Right? And we saw two other people come in terms of Palmer and Tony, who are also brilliant at
Yeah.
how they take penalties. So they have all of their penalty takers that are, that are prime penalty takers for their respective clubs.
yeah,
So it's a brilliant lineup. And Trippier is good at penalties as well.
yeah,
So it's a very, very good lineup of penalty takers that they have. And I'm, as an England fan, I'm absolutely confident if this goes to penalties. And even Pickford, like
yeah,
he's like a smaller Emi Martinez who
Yeah.
kind of loves to rile
Yeah.
his opposition up.
yeah. The
But-
faces he was making at some of those Swiss
some
penalties.
of them are such. I really have to save some of his gifs on my phone. They're absolutely really good. But let's turn our attentions to Netherlands.
Yeah,
Went behind to a shock goal again against Turkey. They had their problems in that game, but attacking wise, they did manage to turn the game around.
yeah,
But how didn't Turkey score in the end?
Oh
and how
my
didn't
God.
they equalize? Silesen with Verbruggen with
yeah.
some really, really good saves to save Netherlands and take them into the semi-final.
And even that one of the line by Van de Ven.
Yes, amazing. What's your thought process about Netherlands going into this game against England?
So Netherlands are a bit more of a free-flowing side than England. That is not much of a comparison because England aren't really free-flowing at all.
Yeah.
But they are really good. Like they found their system basically.
Especially in terms of attack.
Exactly.
I think Gakpo has been amazing.
Yep. So so they morph into that 3-4-2-1 system because Dumfries pushes
Yes.
up, and Ake holds back, which is what he's done with City as well for a lot of this time, and that really allows them to stretch teams and create overloads. And England probably play a back three to match that because I don't see how they'll be able to deal
That's
with
what they were playing with Switzerland.
exactly
as well, in a way,
that
yeah.
switch seems
Trippier
to
very high, but I think it'll be Shaw this time.
It's probably going to be Shaw because he did come on, no?
He
I
did
think
come on, yes.
he came on for that.
It
So
has to be Shaw.
yeah, he does provide that width, and that can also help in Dumfries a bit on the opposite side. But Netherlands will stretch England. They will try to get a lot of crosses into the box. That's another thing I've noticed about Netherlands, and also even like some of the games in those Euros, you see a deviation from the the meta right now, which is playing through opponents,
Yeah.
and you see more crosses into the box and goals coming from there. So that's the two main avenues of attack I feel that the Netherlands have. Plus, they have really good creative talents like Gakpo, as you mentioned. Xavi Simons is another player who's really dangerous. I expect Netherlands to cause a lot of problems for England, and they'll ask a lot of questions of that defense, which hasn't been the most convincing, to be honest. But as an England fan, would you be confident about this one, or?
I am actually confident going into this game. I don't know why, because what I have seen now, it depends how England also play.
Yeah.
Because if England do decide to attack, like what Turkey did, I think there are a lot of chances to exploit this Netherlands team, because I felt that Turkey stretched Netherlands completely in that game. Like, so many chances. Van Dijk hasn't been the best.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
In this, especially in the knockouts, I think he was stretched way too thin. I think that complementary pairing of De Vrij and Van Dijk, I don't think it works. I think Netherlands need to start this guy Van der Ven alongside Van Dijk, because as a United fan, we're close to signing De Ligt. So I was reading as to why is De Ligt not starting alongside Van Dijk. So there was this Dutch Twitter page who says that Koeman sees Van Dijk and De Ligt as a similar style of player.
I was going to say
They don't complement each other. They are more, they need a runner beside them. They need someone to sweep.
Yeah.
So, but I feel Koeman as well is stubborn, so he will go with the same lineup. But I feel Van der Ven needs to be there, especially aerially and his pace in behind.
Yeah.
When I see De Vrij and Van Dijk, there is a issue there, and especially Ake as well. They are not the fastest. They are, they have a defensive lapse in them, and especially even Netherlands in midfield, right? If De Jong and Koopmeiners were there in this place,
different story.
It's an absolute different story, and I feel that this was a really good chance for Netherlands to even win it.
Yeah.
With those two players in between, because amazing players. Koopmeiners, such a good domestic campaign this season. So unfortunate for them. I feel that is a position that England need to take advantage of, and I see England kind of making it scrappy for Netherlands. I agree that they have to go as a back three, because I think they were really... Konsa was good in the last game. I don't know whether Southgate gets Guehi back. He might get, because Guehi has been good in this tournament as well. The goal against Slovakia, the way they conceded, that was not good. But England have looked decent defensively.
Yeah.
They haven't looked bad. So I can see England doing a job over Netherlands. I go in pretty confident. I think England can make the finals. I would have in fact been more wary of Turkey playing England, because England struggle against teams that have a better transition.
Yes.
And I feel that Netherlands are good.
Yeah, they're not the best.
I think the England defense is capable enough to stop them. So that's where I feel England could exploit. But I don't know what to expect from Southgate, because if I was Southgate, I would go like, let's go direct. Let's pin them back.
Yeah.
We have the players in our team to pin them back.
Yeah.
But he won't.
I don't see that happening either. I think if England win, it is going to be...
Because my biggest issue is starting Foden and Kane. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I actually want to ask you, should we start having the same conversation about Kane and England that we had about Ronaldo and Portugal?
Absolutely. At the moment, because for me, Kane does not look fit. I don't know whether it's a mental issue with him, whereas he's had a very long season. It's been a frustrating season for him.
Yeah.
He was also injured towards the end of the Bundesliga campaign.
Yeah.
But he does not look fit. And at the moment, England do not if England are playing a back three, they do not need a striker to drop back. And there's this chance where he does not, I put it on the group, he does not charge for that cross.
Yeah.
Saka puts the cross
Hmm.
in and he does not charge for it, right? He's just jogging towards the ball. You don't need that. You need someone to be on the toes of Van Dijk and on the toes of De Vrij.
Yeah.
To keep them occupied.
Yeah.
Because if Kane is dropping in deep, Van Dijk has a lot of time on the ball.
Yeah. I was
And
going to say
that's,
that. Yeah.
that's where Van Dijk thrives. If he has time on the ball, his ability to play from the the back is one of the best, right?
Yeah.
So you do not want that. You want someone like a Watkins or a Tony to keep the press on,
Yes.
to try and pin Netherlands back. Even Foden has been horrible,
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. But I don't know why the likes of Palmer isn't getting in the team.
Yeah.
I don't know why Gordon isn't getting. I maybe do know why Gordon isn't getting into the team. Is maybe because he was very critical.
Oh yeah. He was
made
quite.
that statement
He was
where
very honest about it.
he
and
was
that's
very
refreshing,
honest,
yeah.
and I like that.
Yeah.
Because you cannot cover, a piece of shit and put a cloth on it. By that, you're still going to get smell, right? That's not going to curb the smell out of
Yeah.
a turd, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was pretty honest, and that's true.
Yeah.
Right?
He
This
he
is
was
not
correct
the
in what
England
he
that
said.
we
Yeah.
are expecting. This is not the way. No shots on target until the bloody 80th minute. So he was absolutely right in that
Yeah.
way. So I think maybe that has, agitated Southgate a little bit. But for me, Gordon has to be in that team, some shape or the other. He has to be in there because the ability for him to stretch the defense, and he's such a creative force as well, right? The ability to put in a cross, to combine, right? Really, really good. But yeah, I do still feel that England have the ability to scrape through.
Yeah.
They lose in the final for sure. Spain are
Yeah.
in the final.
Yeah.
But this game, I feel Netherlands are not equipped enough to deal with the Three Lions. But anyway, with that, your prediction for the game.
Yeah, I do think England will scrape through as well. I think Netherlands will ask a few questions of them. But if England win, it's not going to be pretty football by any means. So I'm going to go 1-1 at the end of normal time, and then 2-1 England in extra time.
Next time, I'm just going to read you the stat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to change your prediction, but
Yeah.
England have won just one of their last 9 games against Netherlands in all competition. So they've drawn 4
Yeah.
and they've lost 4.
Yeah.
The last win came in a friendly where they won 1-0 at Amsterdam in 2018. So I think that was also a time when Netherlands were at their worst.
Yeah.
So
Both teams were at their worst, to be
yeah.
honest. Like England were decent,
yeah.
but the Netherlands weren't quite good. Yeah.
So you still stick to that?
Yeah, I think. I mean, the thing is, looking at this England side was one of the main reasons. As a Germany fan, I was like, how did this team get into it? Like that's part of why I feel they're so lucky, is because
Yeah.
they've got through these teams, whereas Germany have given their all against Spain and just come short. So
England was so good in the last Euros.
yeah,
They
exactly.
were really good in
exactly.
the last Euros.
So I don't know. So I still feel like, given how it's going, they'll probably get the job done by hook or crook, because they just seem to do it. Either it's like by some moment of magic or something just clicks for them. But I still think England will get through. What are you? What about you?
I feel England will win on penalties.
Penalties again.
Yeah, they'll win on penalties. I think this will be a draw.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see goals. Cannot go through another 0-0. But yeah, I think scored draw.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-1 or 2-2. I'll go 1-1. And England to win on penalties again.
It would be very ironic if England, win another penalty shootout in Germany, where a team against whom they've struggled in shootouts,
Yeah.
and England are a team who've struggled in shootouts in general. So
Yeah.
it'll be very funny
I
if
think
that
they've
happens.
got the golden generation in terms of penalty takers.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
But with that, we've come to the end of the video. 2 fantastic games to look forward to. Like I said, hopefully there are goals. I do expect Spain to have some goals in it. So we cannot go through 2 semi-finals, 120 minutes without goals. I know we all love a good penalty shootout, but cannot go through 120 minutes of not seeing
Yeah.
any goals, especially when the games start at 12:30.
Yeah.
Please,
Imagine a France England final.
please give us some goals. But yeah, and you please give us some likes as well on to the video. Our giveaway still stands. 500 subscribers. Get subscribing, man. We want to do the giveaway as soon as possible. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share the video with your friends if you're new over here, and get the interaction going in the comment section. Let us know who do you think are favorites to make it to the final. And also stay tuned for our match reactions that is going to come exactly after the game. So turn the notification bell on so that you know when those videos drop. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.